Good Tuesday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. Hi, I'm Joey McWilliams. I'm glad that you are along for the ride with us tonight. And I'm telling you what, it is going to be a fantastic night because, well, you can already see who my guest is. So, well, we'll get to him in a moment. He's a very important person. But I do want to lead with this. I was at the Durant peaceful protest tonight, and I had mentioned on the show last night that I would live stream, and I tried. I just need to let you know that I did try more than once to live stream, and the signal. And I'm not gonna bash AT&T on this because there were so many people there. Everybody had their phones out. There were other people live streaming. The other people talking on their phone. People were texting each other there. I thought that was humorous because there were people actually texting each other in the crowd. But there was so much signal being used up that I could not get a broadcast beyond 12 seconds. So as it went on, I got some audio. Don't know how good the audio is, but once the march started, I have video of the entirety of the march. You'll get to see that, and it is currently being uploaded to the YouTube channel, to the Bryan County Patriot YouTube channel. And even that seeming like taking forever. So just to let you know, without going any further, if you were looking for that tonight, and my family actually was wondering, okay, well, what's going on? Because you were broadcasting, then you weren't. It was the internet signal, and we will get the march around town up on the YouTube channel a little bit later on. Now, enough about that, because I have somebody very special on the show with me tonight, and that person is one Jack Liwai. Jack, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Joey. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm telling you, the wind today, I don't know if this is a crystal ball thing and we're not getting any rain. We're just getting a lot of wind. But you know what? I was very happy with that, and especially being out tonight. It's been really hot this time of night lately, but having that wind was absolutely fantastic. So I was really grateful for that. Hey, listen, just to let you know, Dottie Liwai is watching this tonight. I already see that you're here. So
okay,
just letting you know.
Thanks.
Letting you know. All right. Anyway, but if you can go to the YouTube channel, and you don't have to be subscribed to go to the YouTube channel, by the way. Now, if you do subscribe, that's all well and good, but you don't have to be subscribed. Robert is also watching us tonight, and Dottie says there's no pressure, so I'm sure I'm not feeling any pressure. Are you feeling any pressure, Jack? You don't look like you get stressed that often.
I do pretty well most of the time.
Most of the time. All right. Well, listen. This one's easy. Okay, I want to start off with an easy one then tonight. I saw you on Saturday, just this past Saturday, and I know that I get to text with you every so often. I really appreciate the opportunity to call you and visit. Every time I see you is a blessing. But you know what? It was another time when you were out blessing other people, and you were at Asian Gourmet, and it was another fundraiser. It went on for 7 days, but Saturday was a big day because the guys down there and Yi had, and his whole staff and family were putting together meals for the community. Talk about what went on Saturday, because it was just great.
Well, Saturday is everybody knows he's normally closed, but from 11 to 6 o'clock we had it was a lion fundraiser, or I forgot how they put it together. You had a choice of either a sesame chicken or a General Tso's chicken. It came with chicken lo mein, chicken fried rice, and a egg roll. $15. I mean, we even had people trying to order some beef broccoli that day, and we told them, no, this is all we're doing. This is to raise money for the families of the 4 boys, that accident that happened. And so they stopped and they asked again, what were the 2, and they picked up 3 or 4,
right?
And it was for about 7 hours. We raised over $7,100.
Man, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And what a blessing. And you know what, Jack, I talk about you being out there. I actually had a chance today to visit with Greg Phillips, who of course was out there as well. And so many other people, so many volunteers that were there. And these guys here at Asian Gourmet, this isn't their first Saturday to be doing this. They've been blessed the community for weeks now.
Yes, there are times that he does feed different healthcare workers. He'll feed law enforcement, fire department, on the Saturday that he's not open.
Right.
And he'll just do that. Or that couple of times that we did the meals for the seniors in the community and part of the county.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and I appreciate him. But again, for all the folks that were volunteering there as well, I mean, it was just it was a great event. It was a great event. Well, but see, Jack, that's just who you are, man. You are always involved in these cool things, being a blessing, just finding ways to bless people. And I know that another thing you have going on right now, you and Dottie and some other folks are working with the blessing boxes, which are around town right now. And I think there's as many as 8. Is that right? 8 blessing boxes now?
Yes. There are 8.
Talk about what those are.
Well, the blessing boxes, they are just little sites that we have around town. We have them at Our Savior's Lutheran, St. John's Episcopal, the Fairview Baptist Church just put up a new one the other day, the First Presbyterian, the Wesley Center, Grace Baptist Church, and there's the one on the East Highway 70 by the Daniels Heat and Air Building, and that a Boy Scout did for his Eagle Project. And the 8th one is at Maddie's on Law Street behind. So it's kind of off the beaten path, but
right.
We've tried to get a lot of different people. People have donated money to us. We go out, pick up the groceries, and there's even times that even right now we'll try and challenge, or whoever's listening, we want to challenge the different businesses in town. Once a month, fill up the 8 boxes for us, of different non-perishable foods, some with some pop tops, which is a lot easier for people to open with, some personal hygiene items too.
And that,
so it actually started a few years ago with Judy Stevens, and she needed my help, and then somehow it evolved to Dottie, myself, there's a few others, and Judy, who kind of try to keep these boxes somewhat stocked for our neighbors in the community.
Yeah, and by the way, Judy's a great person too. She actually, she and I go way back. She taught at Dixon years ago, and I believe that my brother Fu, I don't know if Fu's on the broadcast tonight or not. I haven't seen his name come up, but actually may have had her as a teacher. But lots of folks joining tonight. Sorry if I'm not getting everybody's name mentioned here really quickly. I'm visiting with Jack Levi. In case you didn't know, this is the Jack Levi, and he's somebody that we talk about here on the program quite a bit. So it's really, really a blessing to get to have him on the program tonight. And Sierra also says, yeah, Jack's a blessing. Always blessing someone. In doing those blessing boxes, I think the first one that I saw, and the one I think that's most visible, at least in some of the places I drive around town, is the one there at the Wesley Center, which I think is really pretty cool anyway, because, man, I lived in that dorm right across the street. I mean, I lived in Hallie McKinney back when it was a dorm. Don't know what's going on up there now, but, there was a dorm back in the 90s. And as a college kid, I probably could have used a thing or two in that blessing box. But I know it's for a lot of folks.
It does. We try to keep a lot of easy, simple foods, especially on that one. for the college kids that live around there too. And every once in a while, when I drive around, I do see people filling it up, which is a great blessing that they know that it's there, the service that they can give to others,
By
which
the
is
way,
nice.
I don't know if you may be able to see these comments as well, but Susan, my neighbor, who we'll see tomorrow morning, says, "Great job, Jack," because that's what she does, and we'll see her tomorrow morning. I've been talking about Coffee Network. For those of you folks who are in the Durant Chamber of Commerce, you need to stop by Coffee Network, and tomorrow it's at Jimmy's Egg again. But great
8:30.
8:30. Great way to make some contact. Yeah, Lisa, there are blessing boxes in Bryan County. All right. So, hey, Jack, you've already got somebody that's going to be helping collect some food at the office. Lisa McAdoo with that. So, man, all right. You made quite a pitch.
Well, all they got to do is, even with their office, leave a message for Dottie or myself on Facebook. And then we'll go ahead and pick it up. Or if they wanted to, they could go ahead and distribute it themselves. So,
well, that's
either or
a good idea. I like going through somebody. If I can find a way to get to visit with you, then that's what I have in mind. I want the conversation along with it. But you're exactly right. I'm speaking with Jack Liwai tonight, and Jack, I want to get to talk, and I want to ask you a couple of personal questions as well too, because since you're on the show, I want to get personal here. I really, really want to get personal. But other than that, I want to talk about some of the other things that you do business wise too, and one of the things you at the Chamber Network, you're always talking about workout anytime. You have some ties to workout anytime, man. I mean, this is a business now past a year old, and I know that you've been a big part of that.
Yes, we've actually opened in March of last year. We've been going strong. I've been with Rana since the beginning. Partly is when they started out in this venture, the corporate office, kind of put a little bug to say, hey, we may be looking in Durant, Oklahoma. And, there's that big old light bulb that went off in her head to say, oh, I know somebody up in Durant. So, I've been there. I've been helping her with some of her maintenance, some of her marketing, this, that, and the other, and she's always nice to work with.
Oh, she's fantastic. She's fantastic. And now Workout Anytime, by the way, is an advertiser for the Bryan County Patriot. But, Ron is a real friend of the show, too. And we had her on a few weeks back, too. Great to get to visit with. She is absolutely a wonderful person just to talk to. But she has a great staff up there at Workout Anytime, too. And I know that you're, week in and week out, you're sporting the Workout Anytime shirt. You're a walking billboard.
See.
There it is. My goodness. There it is right now.
There it is. There it is. Except I need to get the one that Susan has as a proof.
Okay. That's that's exactly right. So we'll have to talk to Susan
because I would wear it.
Well, we'll get to that shirt. We'll get to that shirt here in just a moment. So that's all right. If Don Hyde is still on, and I know Don joined a little while ago, so I don't know if he's in and out because he's doing things that people of his importance and stature do. He might actually have to comment on the size of your t-shirt there, because he always when I wear a t-shirt, he's always commenting on that. So I'll have to see what he thinks about the size of your t-shirt as well. So there it is. All right. Yeah. Anyway, be prepared. Don Hyde may be
lurking.
He may be checking on you. I'm not going to ask what size it is, but Don's not afraid to do that. Anyway,
nope.
You have the Workout Anytime going on, and I saw you the other day. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up. So let me see here. Where was last time I saw Jack? Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Wow. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, Jack, I may have to clean my camera screen too.
Is that how you clean your camera screen?
Yep, sure is. One swiftful lick.
All right. So where are you, by the way, in this shot? Tell us where you are.
In that shot, I was talking with Helen Hankins at PetSense, and I just kind of went forward, and she goes, "Don't you?" And she brought out the camera. She goes, "I'm going to take a picture of it, send it to Dottie." And what I do, I just licked and cleaned her glass for her.
There you go. There you go. You know, Jack, I've been telling people on this show almost since day one not to lick the shopping cart handles. And there you go. I mean, you know, I have to get more specific. So we don't lick the grooming glass at PetSense.
Well, it was cleaner than it was before. After I was done with it,
I'm sure
it was cleaner.
I'm sure it was. All right, now you know, but you have a. I mean, and I know you wanted to mention something at PetSense really quickly while we're on the subject of PetSense. What's happening there?
Oh, PetSense, you know, they have the those cats that can be adopted. They have young kittens as young as 9 weeks. You know, most of them are already spayed and neutered. You know, they're just waiting to go to a new loving house. Maybe your house, Joey.
You know, we've thought about that. We really have thought about. We have 5 animals in the house right now. So, you know, when the time comes, if our animal number changes, we may look there. But yes, we have that, and I want to promote it for other folks right now.
Yeah, you know,
I think I've set the limit, Jack, on not having more animals than I have children. So, you know, we're going to cut it off right there. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm my mind's just going along.
Hey, listen, I'm the one that's supposed to have the filter on the show. You don't have to have a filter. It's all right. Go ahead.
Well, no, you know, I mean, people during the time that we're going through now, you know, people have actually come out and adopted some of these cats.
Yeah.
This past Saturday, PetSense did have a adoption day. They adopted a few out, but not as much as they wanted to. So, you know, I mean, if you have it in your heart there, don't be like Dottie. You know, we don't need another cat.
Dottie has posted that we have 3.
Well, yes, we have, I think, 3 or 4 from PetSense.
Okay. All right. Not from that particular group. Okay. That's all right.
No, not from that particular group, but yes, we do.
All right. Well, Dottie says there's always that person, and I think that's you. Stephanie, giving a shout out to you tonight as well, Jack. So, man, you're a popular guy. We're very glad to have you on the program. We will. Let me just pause for a moment too, because I want to ask Jack a couple of more questions and delve really deeply into the person that is Jack. But I want to say thanks to our advertisers tonight. Thanks also to the folks. Without our advertisers and sponsors, Bryan County Patriot definitely. You know, we just we couldn't go, and I'm very, very thankful. And we can do a BCP Live because of these sponsors. Thanks to All Seasons Travel, as well as Bryan Agri Products, Choctaw Nation Foster Care, definitely, Firehouse Subs, Hausner's, Workout Anytime, giving a shout out there to Workout Anytime, Justice Insurance, Prices Printing, and Taco Casa, Van Meter Realty. So thanks to, and all of our sponsors, by the way, but just to mention a few of those tonight. Jack, you know, again, I've said it's a blessing to have you on the show, and definitely, of course, and Stephanie Luke says 2 of my favorites. Well, Stephanie, I think you're pretty cool too. Yeah. Definitely think
Thank you.
You're an awesome person. But Jack, you know, I don't know how to. It's tough to really wrap my head around it. I see you everywhere. You're one of those guys that's just. I mean, you're everywhere. I don't know how you have time to sleep because you're always out and about. And every time I see you, it's for something positive. It's helping at Asian Gourmet, or it's, you know, talking about PetSense, or it's doing so, you know, workout anytime, talking about the positives there. You were a blessing to my family when, you know, the first time I had kids in the band, and I'm, you know, starting another round of kids, my next waiver's in the band. You're a blessing to those folks too. Man, how do you do all that you do?
A lot of it is I just push myself forward. You know, try to keep a positive spirit. Like everybody else, you're going to have one of those days, but try to push those aside, try to live up to what he wants us to, and, just keep plugging along.
Well,
and it's actually something I grew up with in Hawaii. It's the aloha spirit. It's always to share or give the aloha, give your aloha.
that is cool. Yeah, I've heard that name, that word. I've heard this all of my life. That word means hello and goodbye. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is there anything else it means?
Well, more so aloha, goodbye. We'll just keep it at those two.
Okay, I want to. Yeah, okay. I wanted my vocabulary to grow, so I'm learning. The name Levi, and it's spelled with a W. So I know sometimes probably people call you Liwai or Liwai, or I'm sure it's probably been mispronounced a number of ways. But you're from Hawaii. How does somebody from Hawaii make it here to Durant, Oklahoma, or as I'm told? From people who don't live in Durant, it just cracks me up. The people who don't live in Durant say, well, the folks who live in Durant call it Durant. Like, I've lived here for 30 years. I've never called it Durant. But anyway, how does someone from Hawaii make it to Durant?
Well, it's like aloha, it's love. And, long story short, Dottie's uncle lives in Hawaii. We met almost over 30 years ago. And here I am.
There you go. And Dottie, and okay, I've spent the entire show singing the praises of Jack, and even though I know Dottie's watching right now, I'm telling you what, she is an absolute blessing. Jack, you won, you won, man.
Every day I try. It's. It's like everybody else. We try to move forward, try to keep it one step in front of the other, and just keep plugging forward and doing the best we can, and to kind of help other people and that are in need.
Well, you definitely do that, and I'm not gonna say that you married up, but okay, I'm not going to say it. I may just leave it out there on the table. And anyway, Dottie's pretty cool too. Great family though, great kids. And there's it seems like you're all another thing that's a hallmark of you is you always have some kids around you at some point in time too, man. You're just a blessing to everybody. How many kids are in the house currently right now?
Currently, we have 3 little boys. We have Xander, Bass, and Reese. And they're like family. We've had them since they were at least 6 months. Bass, I think we've had since he was 2 months, and that boy's going to turn 6 at the end of this month.
Man.
Yep. Xander's going to turn 9 on the 12th, I think it is.
Now, I saw, and I think, Micah giving a shout out to Dad, by the way, tonight, and Kai as well. You guys have just had. Well, you pull that up there for the first night in however long. I poured my ice water in my OSU cup, and I don't have it. Now I'm thirsty seeing you drink that, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, see.
There you go.
Chaos. Panic and disorder.
I'm a little frustrated. I don't have my OSU mug. You guys
have Mrs. Patriot bring you one.
She should do that. We'll see if she's even watching right now. But the mug, it has ice water in it. It's in the kitchen. I don't know. She may or may not do that. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. You had a high school graduate, a high school graduate. Talk about having a graduate in 2020. What was that all like?
It was a little different, but it is what it is. We did the best that we could. Even with all the other kids, we did the best that we could that we can with them. And I think that Durant did a fantastic job in doing the parade graduation for them.
Oh, it was fantastic. You're right.
And it's something, most kids, there's only so many tickets, but during a graduation parade, I mean, you can have your whole family out there and cheering you on.
Right. And it was talked about too, and I'll get your take on this. I know you were in the parade, and I thought it was a great idea, number one. And people have said we should do that more often, and I agree. But there should be something that makes this year special because it was the class of 2020 that they needed it more than any other class prior to this one. This class needed it. And I think it's a neat thing to do later on if there's some way that you recognize the class of 2020 each year that follows. I think that could be done.
Oh, yeah. And, right now, from what I've heard, that prom is going to happen. They're just trying to figure out a place, and I believe it is June 20th, I believe.
Okay.
But, they've just got to figure out a place to have it because university is still closed. So,
once we get word on that, I know that you or Dottie are going to have to send me word so we can promote it here and promote it. I mean, I know it's just for the class, but still, we want to promote it. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about the positive around here. Brent Gordon says, "Hi, Jack."
Oh, hey, Brent.
And of course, he's throwing the old. He's dropping lines from airplane too, so you can't say "Hi, Jack" on an airplane. I don't know.
Oh, yep. Oh, there it is. It's at the Commons.
At the Commons.
Yes.
Okay.
See, my brain doesn't work sometimes, but yeah.
Did you get help on that?
Yeah, I got help on that.
Oh, that's all right. It's all right. There's somebody off screen. You have a teleprompter or just a prompter maybe?
Yeah, I have a prompter, a two-legged prompter.
That's all right. She's taking care of you. That is
yes,
okay.
Yes.
That is okay. I am glad they're going to have that then. That's a blessing. Well, Jack, listen, it has been something, and I know Mrs. Patriot definitely has wanted to have you on the show prior to now. It's one of those things too. She'll tell me, you need to have this person, you need to have this person, you have to, which
Oh yeah.
That she knows. Now it becomes a honeydew list because I've got to to make sure she's taken care of. So Dottie is posted in the Commons prom June 20th. The high comments, not Commons. She's posted in the comments. It's going to be in the Commons. There we go.
Yep.
We'll promote that as well. Oh, and by the way, June 20th also is the last night of the Durant Riding Club Pro Rodeo too. So there's going to be a lot going on in Bryan County on that night.
Yep. Tonight, 19th and 20th.
Jack, really quickly, Brandy Burkhalter. I've been trying to get a hold of you, and I needed to. I had a question for you today again. So get in touch with me sometime this week. Brandy in the house tonight. Debbie Luke in the house tonight as well. Jack, as we wrap up our time, and Ronna says hi too. As we wrap up our time together tonight, first off, thank you for coming on. Secondly, you have the floor. If there is anything that you'd like to say to the folks tonight, just be a blessing. What would you say?
What would I say? I would say what Bob Barker says. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Then we don't really have to worry about all these other cats out there. And hey, and don't go licking the window. Yep. I need to find me another one. Yep. I need to find me another one.
Of all the things that I would have thought, I just don't know that would have come up. But okay, keep your pets spayed and neutered. There you go. That's wisdom from Jack Liwai right here on BCP Live. Jack, we're going to be making some shirts sometime soon. We're going to have some BCP Live shirts, and I know Dottie says that you will be a really good ambassador for BCP Live, but I also do know that Susan does, and this is a reference to what Jack said a little bit earlier. Susan does have a template for a shirt that says, "Don't be like Jack." So we'll see if that's a shirt that really gets made or not. I like Jack a lot, so I don't know, but no, I'm not going to be licking. No, it's not going to happen.
Hey, I would wear that shirt every day if I had one.
You would wear that one. It may be a sale.
Every day.
Maybe a sale. All right. Jack Liwai, sir, you are a blessing. Thank you very much for taking time with us tonight.
You.
You've made the show, and I really appreciate it. To you and Dottie, to your entire family, to all of you. Kai, Dottie said Kai's watching at work. Micah and all the boys, you guys are a real blessing. Everyone in our house thinks very highly of all of your house. So we just want to say thank you, and thanks for being on.
We do too. Thank you for having me on here.
All right. That is Jack Liwai, and I appreciate having him on. Keep your pets spayed and neutered. There you go. Of all the things, I thought maybe some kind of phrase in Hawaiian. I thought, maybe we're going to get something. Never. That one didn't cross my mind. Just did not cross my mind. But that's why he's Jack and I'm not. So there we are. Thank you, Jack, for being on with us tonight. Listen, I want to say thanks to, again, all of our advertisers. Let me list these again, and I'll have some closing remarks tonight as we wrap things up here. Thanks again to All Seasons Travel, to Bryan Agri Products, to Choctaw Nation Foster Care, Firehouse Subs, Hausner's, Justice Insurance, Prices Printing, Taco Casa, Workout Anytime, and Van Meter Realty. Thanks to all those folks. All right. I said, and let me check to see the progress here, and nope, still not uploaded to YouTube. So we're working diligently to get that video from the peaceful protest march uploaded to the YouTube channel. I hope it's uploaded by tonight. I don't know. I just don't know. So if it is, we'll put the link to it in the comments section. We'll put a link to it on the Facebook page somewhere. It will be on the YouTube channel at some point in time, definitely by tomorrow morning, but I'd like to get that out there as quickly as I can. All right, and that leads me to the final word tonight. We had a peaceful protest in Bryan County. We had it in Durant. It was at the courthouse. It was at the pavilion, and a number of folks gathered there. Rough estimate, I want to say the estimate that I thought was closest was 700. I think that's right. Probably still a little bit conservative. Probably could have been closer to 800. Definitely more than 500 there. And I need to go back and watch the video, and maybe I can count a little bit better there as to how many people that marched. Some folks may say, I mean, when you see all the folks that were marching, it looks like it was closer to 1,000 of the folks that were actually around the street. I have three things that I want to say about about tonight's rally. It was well planned. It was well attended. And it was well executed. It was done right. There wasn't anything about that from the folks who put it all together, to the folks who spoke, the way that everything was done. The peaceful protest was done properly. Police led the way around city blocks. I mean, ultimately went around 6 city blocks, starting at the courthouse, going up to on Evergreen, going up to First Street, First Avenue, then heading north to Main Street, down to 6th Avenue, cutting back or heading south from, Evergreen to Main, coming back to the north, working its way back up to the courthouse. The people who planned it well. They got the right people involved. It was done well. And I mean, you can't ask for things to be done better than what this was done. There was one person in there, and I couldn't see this person, and that's God in that, I believe, that, wanted to try to disrupt just for a little bit. And I'm glad that I didn't see him. I didn't get any pictures, because I would have been very tempted to show pictures or whatever. I don't know. And that's not right. Everything was done right. Lots of signs. A couple of signs had words that, I wouldn't have wanted my kids to see, but it is what it is. Everything about it was good. First Amendment rights were practiced. and they were practiced well. And we've talked about the First Amendment here on this show, and there are 5 freedoms in the First Amendment. And one of those is the freedom to peaceably assemble. People peaceably assembled. They expressed themselves. Freedom of speech was done well. Everything about this tonight was done well. I just wanted to say thanks to the folks who did it and did it well. And there's always room for good change. I will remind you that good change is good and bad change is bad. And there, I believe, is room for good change in this town, in this county, in this area. And hopefully this is something that will further the cause toward good change in the area. So anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to the folks. And, somebody that spoke quite a bit tonight, Tyrone Stafford, who spoke quite a bit tonight, a friend of mine. And I appreciated hearing him speak. He and I were in college at Southeastern. Our times overlapped for a year or so, and had a chance to go to some Chi Alpha meetings, a college youth group, I guess. It was a college church setting, and so that's where I got to meet Tyrone. But played basketball with the then Savages, and just a good guy. And he did a fantastic job tonight. So anyway, nothing but good things to say about what went on. It was nice to get to see it. And when the video actually decides it wants to upload to YouTube, then, hey, you can see some of the march there. Weather, by the way, how about that? Because it was supposed to be well into the 90s. It probably was maybe a little bit below the 90-degree mark, but the wind that's been around all day long was a blessing. It really was. And it kept a lot of people, I think, from dehydrating. So, and there were lots of folks along the way that were providing water and things for people who were marching along the way too. Anyway, I just, nothing but good things to say about it. Absolutely nothing but good things to say about it. So it was good, just in case you wanted my opinion. All right, there we go. Advertisers, First Amendment, Jack Liwai. We had Jack Liwai on the program tonight. Shout out to him as we wrap up tonight. So, want to remind you, we'll do this again tomorrow night at 9. In the meantime, be wise. Please be wise. Use discretion in everything that you do. And do not walk in fear. Don't do it. God hasn't given you a spirit of fear anyway. So don't feel like you have to take up the mantle. Do not walk in fear. We are already even further down the road coming out of the situation from which we found ourselves in a couple of months ago. We are definitely on the upswing right now. Things are going well in our town, in our state, in our country, and they're only going to get better from here. So do not walk in fear. God bless you. Have a great night. Let's do this again tomorrow night, about 9 o'clock. All right.